If you go out in the woods today, you are in for a big surprise because we've got two nasty Glowing Yao Guai up against our Season 2 Battle Report Breakdown cast of All-Stars. These radioactive monstrosities are deadly, but our All-Stars are ready to do whatever it takes to get their hands on a picnic basket? You're watching War Games News Radio, and this is the Battle Report Breakdown Season 2 finale, All-Stars versus Glowing Yao Guai.
Hey there, Wastelanders, and welcome back to War Games News Radio for another Fallout Wasteland Warfare Battle Report. In this episode, we have the Season 2 finale of our Battle Report Breakdown series, where all of your favorite units that were voted on and chosen by you, the viewers, will go up against two nasty, hungry Glowing Yao Guai. And to celebrate the end of the season, we're doing a giveaway of a Yao Guai ambush box set, courtesy of our friends over at Modiphius. So if you want to get your hands on these models, then like and leave a comment on this video down below for your chance to win. And as always, our Wastelander Patreon tier members have an automatic bonus entry into this giveaway as well. This scenario is called Picnic Panic and was designed by yours truly specifically for this scenario. But if you want to get your hands on this WGNR exclusive scenario, then check out the link in the description down below. As mentioned, the force list in this scenario was handpicked by you viewers at home. So thank you all so much for taking part in the Battle MVP votes throughout this entire crazy long season. Now there's one notable MVP that will not be appearing in this video, and that's the battered Assaultron from the Mechanist versus Antagonizer battle. And that's due to the fact that the points costs didn't quite match up for my adversaries versus the MVPs. But never fear, I'm going to have my Ada/Batter Protector model show up in a future battle report going into Season 3. So keep an eye for that coming out next time around. With all the fine print out of the way, let's get into the action.
And here's our setup for Picnic Panic. We've got our Season 2 All-Stars as voted and chosen by you folks, the viewers, who've made their way to this little park here in search of a picnic basket, but any good picnic basket is guarded by some bestest bears. And we've got two Glowing Yao Guai who are going to do their best to try to stop our gang from getting this basket and moving off the board. Our forces are going to start deployed within yellow of this closest board edge, while the Yao Guai will start within yellow of the furthest board edge. And of course, they're going to be guarding the picnic basket, which is placed red from the center of this furthest edge. To pick up the basket, one of our units will have to get in base-to-base contact with it and spend an action to pick it up. Any unit with the basket in their possession can exit up either the far left or the far right board edges. To make matters worse, any unit that is carrying the basket will have their movement length reduced by 1 ruler. Now these bears might be deadly, but they're not the brightest, so at the beginning of their activations, they'll have to take an intelligence test with a skill of 3. If they pass, they'll go after whichever unit currently has the picnic basket or is closest to the basket. If they fail, they'll go after whatever their AI card says they should go after. There are also 2 turrets on the board which can act as distractions for the bears, so any one of my units can get within base-to-base contact of the turrets and spend 1 action to activate the turret, which will make a 3 damage attack onto the bear. On top of the damage, the turret will enrage the bear, and on its next activation, it will have to go towards whichever unit activated the turret. Leading up our 549 points of All-Stars is Desdemona with her railway rifle, the Legion Explorer armed with a spear and 3 throwing spears, a Gunner Conscript armed with a 10mm pistol, the Mutant Hound equipped with their Mutant Hound Bite, and 1 nasty Mirelurk Hunter armed with a Mirelurk Hunter Claw and Mirelurk Hunter Acid. And staring down our squad are 2 Glowing Yao Guai with their Glowing Yao Guai Swipe. There are also 4 radioactive barrels in play across the map, and they will be using the radioactive terrain rules, and 1 explodable car in the middle of this bog here. Not sure that we'll get a chance to actually set it off because we only have 1 unit who's got any real shooting worth mentioning. Our ragtag group of all-stars here have 5 turns to try to get their hands on that picnic basket and 2 angry bears in the way, so let's get into the action on Picnic Panic. Top of round 1, and we are deployed. From left to right, we've got the Explorer, the Hound, the Mirelurk Hunter, Desdemona, and the Gunner Conscript. Way down at the other end, we've got our 2 bears and the picnic basket, and they're going to get to go first. So randomly selected the black one to go first, so we're going to test that intelligence. On a 3, it will be smarter than the average bear. That's a 3 and just a 3, so it is a little bit more bright for this round. Not going to do too much in this case because their enemies are so far away, but he's just going to make 2 moves up the board, try to get in the way. Back to my side, and I'm just going to ready Desdemona, but I'm not going to activate yet. With just 2 bears, if I hang on, I can make all of my crew go in 1 fell swoop. So I'm just going to wait and see what this bear does next. The second bear fails its intelligence test and makes a reckless move up the board. Now, it did end its activation well within the yellow range of the radiation barrels, but because they're immune to radiation, it's not going to matter what we roll on that one. That's just going to bring it back to my squad to let them all go in one big series.
The Mirelurk Hunter readies and activates, taking advantage of that green charge range, and charges right into the bear, taking a black die for the bonus.
The Hunter is also within range of these barrels, but they are also immune to radiation, so nothing doing. Well, Desdemona now has to go next because I gave her the ready token there. Yeah, you know what? I've got the movement range to get in base-to-base contact with this distraction turret here, so I'm gonna do just that. It takes an action to set it off. Not gonna do that now, but maybe that's like my break glass in case of Yao Guai lever there.
And with no adversaries left to go, it's time for me to round out the last of my actions. The Mutant Hound uses their massive blue charge range to get into close combat with the second Yao Guai. The Explorer moves twice and almost has enough movement to get to the other distraction turret, while the Conscript also moves twice and gets nice and close with Desdemona.
I think he's going to be the one that I use to make the break. I was planning to use maybe Desdemona, but no, you know what, Conscript? You're our guy. Well, there you have it, end of round one, and it is a mid-board game right now. Just two lines smashing into each other, but we're in good shape with these distraction turrets here. I think this is going to be our most likely path to victory, but maybe the Explorer can earn their keep as well down there. So let's roll into round two. Event card for round two, we got Wet Ground. Days of heavy rain mean much of the ground rapidly turns to mud. Before attempting a melee skill roll, test agility. On a fail, the skill is at a -2 penalty. The bear on the right side is going to be activating up first, so let's go ahead and test their intelligence on a 3. That is a fail, so they're just going to try to attack. Now, because of that wet ground rule, we also need to make an agility test for our bear and see if they're attacking at a -2. Just failing that agility test by 1 point means that our Yao Guai here is going to be hitting on 4s. So let's go ahead and see what happens. That is a huge swing and a miss with the first one on a 7. Second attack, also hitting on 4s. That is a 9, so that's really not going to do it. Well, that went about as good as I could have hoped. I am going to hold off before making my big break for it here because this big green papa here is still left to go. So I'm going to take advantage of him not having gone and attack with the Mutant Hound. The first things last, we have to test that agility to see if he's attacking at -2, so succeeding on a 7 or less. Yep, we got it, so attacking at full strength, which means that we're going to be hitting on, oh geez, what does the Hound hit on? They hit on 6s, so here we go. That is a big whiff, and that I forgot my charge bonus, but wouldn't have mattered because it was a crit fail. Whoops. So let's just go ahead and do that again, attacking on a 6. That is a critical hit for, well, no extra damage. So that means 2 + 1 strong armor. That's a 1, it's all blocked, nothing doing. Well, charge bonus goes away, unused and wasted, but time to activate this bear. So let's see, on a 3, are they smart? They are super smart. Uh-oh, which means they're going to try to defend the basket. That is going to trigger an opportunity attack from the pooch. Now, only a quick attack on this one, so it's going to be hitting on 4s. That is a critical hit with an armor break and an extra damage. Would you look at that? So that's going to be 1 + 1 armor on 3 damage. Stops 2, takes 1. But unfortunately, that's not the end of its turn. It is going to move and get in the way of this squad over here to stop them from making their play. And, well, it's my turn now, so let's just run through all of our gang here. I have to think about how I want to do this. Oh, I know. The Explorer. This is the reason we've got you on the squad, buddy. He's going to move in once here to the turret, spend his second action to activate said turret, and target the big old bear at the backside there. So let's go ahead and roll this custom attack and see if any of this 3 damage can go through, hitting on 5s. That is a swing and a miss, no dice. Well, while we failed to punch through any armor and do any damage, we do now frenzy the bear. So on its next activation, coming up in the next round, it's gonna have to go back over here and go after the Explorer. You might have just signed your own warrant there, buddy, but hopefully that'll help us get things done next round. So, yeah, that effectively means I've got some actions to do over here. Let's start things off with the Mirelurk Hunter. Agility for the Mirelurk Hunter, so let's see if we nail it on a 7. We do. Okay, well, this attack is just nuts. So a black, yellow, and green for the regular Mirelurk Hunter claw attack, an extra black for being super strong, and an extra black for that charge bonus. That's gonna mean we're hitting on 7s with just all the damage dice. That is, you've gotta be kidding me. That would have been 2, 4, 6 damage and 1 armor break, but we missed by 1. That super sucks. Well, you know what? No use crying over spilled dice. Let's just go ahead and do it again. This time, no extra black for the charge, hitting on 7s. Okay, that's a hit with absolutely no effect die. Great. So 2 damage, 1+1 armor. Stops it all. Now, what to do with these two? I'm tempted to activate this turret as well and try to get the other bear equally distracted, but I'm gonna hang on to that because I think I might need it in a pinch. So instead with Desdemona, I'm just going to unload and make 2 shots. Now she is within close range. Yeah, she's within close range. So that means we're gonna be hitting on a whopping 8 with the railway rifle because of her specialty and getting all the extra effects from the blue die. So that is a hit with an extra damage. So it's gonna be 3 damage on 2+1 strong armor. Stops 2, takes 1. That's well, that's something. We put 1 damage on, but we also charge 1 point towards Dez's crits there. So let's go ahead and make another attack. Same thing, hitting on 8s. Ooh, that's a hit with a quick action. This I like. This I like a lot. Oh, I think that's also gonna break the arm. Oh, correction, the nuke on the railway rifle is a stun. So this thing is now frenzied and stunned, so it's only gonna get 1 movement next turn. That's pretty awesome. I honestly forgot about the stunning effect on the railway rifle. That's super handy. So that's again 2+1 strong armor, but just 2 damage this time. Oh, actually takes another 1, so it takes 2 damage total, but more importantly than that, we charge another crit point onto Dez's critical meter, and she got a quick action, and she can actually quick action move and charge. So, what to do? You know what? I'm just gonna prepare. Yeah, I'm gonna prepare that action there to give her some options rather than move away from this turret. Man, a lot of dicey decisions in this game so far already. Well, that only leaves Captain Chaos here to go, so the conscript is just gonna run up once and then twice to get really into danger zone there, and the next round is going to be able to grab the box. Oh man, if we hadn't activated that turret, I would be very scared for this guy back here now, but anything goes coming into round 3. If these bears get some intelligence rolls, then yeah, things could be going pretty differently. But we've got 1 squad over here who's gonna get attacked by a bear, and another one here that's making a play. So let's get into round 3. Event card for round 3, we got vertibirds overhead. While narratively cool, it has no effect. All right, well, luckily enough for us, it's this furthest bear who's gonna go first, and because of their frenzied special rule, they're gonna have to go this away after our friend there. But they're also stunned, so they can only make 1 move and get just about that far before they realize that they may have made a bit of a tactical error. Back to my activations, and I'm tempted to make Dez do some dirty work here, but I think I just gotta hang on to her for just a minute, and I'm just gonna make a break for it with the conscript there. So I'm going to spend 1 action to pick up the box and put it in my possession, and then it's time to run straight towards these radiation barrels. You only live once, and I've got to get moving. So I'm just gonna hope for some unlucky rolls here on the bears side of things. And speaking of unlucky rolls, let's see if I take any radiation damage. So ending my movement within yellow of the barrels, roll 1 black die and take 1 point of radiation damage. That's not what I wanted. But now it's time for the last bear to activate. So this is the roll I think that's gonna make or break this game. Testing an intelligence of 3. If they get it, then they're going after our conscript. If they don't, they're gonna stay and fight. So let's see what happens next. That is a crit fail. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. So they're just gonna keep on fighting with our buddy, the Mirelurk Hunter.
The Yao Guai's first attack hits and stuns the Hunter, and the second attack also hits and triggers a radiation burst. Thankfully, the Hunter is immune to radiation and Desdemona is just out of range.
Yowza, 4 damage in that 1 attack. Mirelurk Hunters are no slouch, but that was more than a third his hit points all in one shot. But that's going to be it for the Bears for this turn, which means it's going to be me.
Deciding it's a good idea to go back up the conscript, Desdemona abandons the turret and moves towards the back of the board.
I just want to be sort of in this guy's neck of the woods so he can grab that, she can grab that basket, and maybe make a run for it if one of these Yao Guai come in next turn.
On the far side of the board, the Mutant Hound charges into the second Yao Guai, and the Explorer does the same.
Mutant Hound's going to try to get it done with their charge attack. Extra black for the charge, extra green for outnumbering. Hitting on, was it 6s? Hitting on nothing because it's a big fat crit fail. Okay, Mirelurk Hunter extra black for being super strong. Hitting on 7s. That is a critical fail, and the only action they had because they were stunned. End of round 3, and we are in both a good and bad position at the same time here. I think both of these bears are within their charging range of our conscript there, but we've got Desdemona who might be able to hopefully pick things up if he drops it unintentionally by being dismembered. So let's get into round 4. This might be the big break. The picnic panic is in full swing, and we'll be right back with the conclusion of this battle in just a moment. But if you're enjoying this video, then hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you turn on those notifications so you don't miss new tabletop content coming from us on the regular. And if you really like what we do here on the channel, then consider heading on over to our Patreon page, where you can help support the channel so we can make more videos more often for you to enjoy. Starting at just $3 Canadian per month, you can get all kinds of kickbacks, like double entry into giveaways like the one we're running right now, access to polls which help us determine the direction of content here on the channel, and even become a named character in a future battle report or video, not unlike this one. Without any further ado, let's get back into the action. Event check for round 4, and we got Forest Fire. Each model may perform a maximum of 1 action that is a movement during its activation. Quick actions are not affected. Damn it! Oh, the one turn where this card has really screwed me is right now. I would have been able to totally run off the board in 2 movements, but not so much. Thank you, Event Deck, for cursing my life. That's the way the cookie crumbles. It's gonna be this bear who goes first, so let's test their intelligence and see if they make a break for the conscript on a 3. Oh, that's a fail. So they're just gonna keep on attacking. That's 1 of 2 lucky breaks. We still have 1 left to go. Let's see if we can attack and maybe take down this hound and potentially, well, both of these in one fell swoop. Okay, Yao Guai into the mutant hound, hitting on 6s. That is a hit for 2 armor break. So 2 armor break, oh God, and a stun. So that's all gonna go right through because he only has 1 armor. Second attack, same thing, a 6. That is a hit for, oh my goodness, 4 damage. He's done. He's toast. Well, for anyone who thought the scenario was a little too easy, turns out things change pretty quick when the Yao Guai are actually in smacking range of something that they can kill, Mr. Crustacean. But that's his turn. It's time for ours, and yeah, I think the only smart move here is to put as much distance between myself and this bear as possible with the conscript. Conscript makes a break for it. Yellow, 1 movement away from victory. But before that happens, it's time for our Yao Guai to see if they're going to try to get into the mix. So on a 3, this game changes. Intelligence test of a 4. Oh my. Okay, well, it's not over yet. There's still 1 more round to go because I can't exit the board. But let's just run through these Yao Guai attacks on the crustacean. Yao Guai hitting on a 6. That is a swing and a miss with the first. Good thing too. Second attack, same thing. That is a hit for a freaking stun. Again, 3 damage, 2+1, strong armor. Stops 2, takes 1. Well, just chipping away at this Mirelurk stone here, but I think it's going to be too little too late. That's going to bring it back to just my gang of adventurers here. I'm just going to put some futile attacks into this bear first. Regardless of what happens in this game, if I do 1 point of damage with this explorer onto this massive glowing Yao Guai, I'm going to call it a moral victory. So here we go, hitting on a whopping 4 1 base damage with the Legion Spear. Woof. Fuck off. That's amazing. Okay, he hits. Yeah, 1+1 strong armor. Now 2 damage. There is a chance that he can do 1 point of damage to this thing. Yes! As if you did it, buddy. You did it, little buddy. It blows through the armor. The strong armor stops the extra point of damage, but the base damage of 1 goes through. Oh, and I forgot he actually had a charge bonus for that. So let's see if he can just amp it up to an extra 2 damage. No, but it does an extra 1. So yeah, you've effectively dealt more damage to this thing than the Mutant Hound could in multiple charged attacks. Well, Dez is the only one left to go, and I've got a bit of a cheeky plan. I'm gonna fire into combat and basically just fish for stuns on the railway rifle. Means I have a 1 in 6 chance because there's 2 nukes on the die to do it. So yeah, let's give it a shot. She's gonna take her railway rifle, shoot twice into close range. Let's see if she hits or doesn't end up stunning our friend the crustacean. So hitting on 10s because of shooting into combat. That's a big time hit for, wow, okay, that's actually 4 damage. Let's see if we accidentally don't kill our own Mirelurk. So on a 1 or a 3, it hits the bear, 2 or 4, that's the Mirelurk. That's a cock die if ever I've seen one. Let's try that again. That's gonna be a 1, that's gonna hit home. So that's gonna be 4 damage on 2+1 strong armor. Oh dang, takes 3, stops 1. Well, I'm not even mad, I'm impressed. I mean, I would have liked that stun, but hey, let's see if we can get it on this next one, fishing for nukes. Nope, that's bottle cap, which is gonna generate a quick action. She can quick action, move, and charge, so that's pretty awesome all on its own right. But let's see if she can't sneak some extra damage through. That's gonna be 3 damage because of the bottle effect there. 3 damage on 2+1 strong armor. Wow, she does. She sneaks another 2 damage through. Diz, you are coming through clutch. It's also gonna charge her critical and then some. Could have unleashed that shot earlier, should have thought of that. But oh well, it's charged up now and we're in good shape. I am gonna do that quick action move and charge though to get her like kind of in front of our dude here in case he dies. We're going into round 5, the final round. As long as this bear doesn't one-shot my conscript by getting a smart roll and a really, really good attack, we've won this thing, but only one way to find out. Top of the round and it's go time. It's gonna come down to whether or not this bear can activate first. So let's randomize the roll here and see what happens. On a 1, 2, or 3, it'll be this bear. On a 4, 5, 6, it'll be that bear. This could be the start of the end for us. Ah, crap, it's this close bear. So let's see if we get unlucky twice. Now, if this thing rolls a 3 on its intelligence test, it will pass and make a break for the conscript. So let's see if the dice gods are in our favor. 4 up. Yes, that's a 9. Suck it, bear.
Yao Guai's first attack deals 4 damage and all but 1 goes through, also triggering a stun and a radiation burst. And the second attack deals another 3 damage. If none of this damage is stopped, then that's enough to put the hunter down.
Please stop it all. Oh my god. Oh my god, he stops it all. With just 3 hit points left, the Mirelurk Hunter deflects exactly 3 hit points, leaving it over to our side, and the conscript, who is able to make a short distance move finally across the edge of the board, making that an all-stars victory. An absolutely wild showing from our all-stars. If it wasn't for some unlucky intelligence rolls, that would have been a very different battle, but the Mirelurk Hunter was able to hold their own, as was the Explorer somehow, and then the Crazy Squad here running in deep, they were able to make it happen. Unfortunately, just lost the Mutant Hound, but what are you gonna do? That's what they're there for. These Yao Guai are tough, man. Oh man, even with a points handicap against this force, it was touch and go. If it wasn't for the asymmetrical nature of this scenario, and if it was just a straight up slugfest, we would have been toast. Well, that's a wrap on Battle Report Breakdown Season 2, and thank you all so much for watching and for liking the videos and commenting and voting week after week, battle after battle on the Battle MVPs. None of this is possible without you, and we've got all kinds of fun stuff coming down the way for Season 3. So as always, stay tuned because WGNR will be back.